I know. A monster.
We all love mythology, either it is a fairy tale or some blood-sucking creatures. Mythology has been a very interesting subject for human beings so far. Almost every culture around the globe has some myths and folklores to tell. Therefore, a lot of interesting tales and stories we have heard about some unique creatures. Every folklore or myth about these creatures have become a subject of discussion among people. Dracula, vampires, and fairy tales are some example of them. But the one we are going to talk about is considered a powerful beast with terrifying appearance. Like others, people have written a lot of stories and tales about this brute, and you can find abundant stuff about it. The animal we are talking about is known throughout the world as a werewolf. So welcome to our channel, The Film. And today we are going to narrow down top 5 best werewolf movies. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon, because here you will find best infotainment. So without further ado, let's start today's countdown, but beware of spoilers. At number 5, we have Dog Soldiers. Released in 2002, this horror action film is directed by Neil Marshall. The story follows a squad of British soldiers who went to a training mission in Scottish Highlands. But to their surprise, they are attacked by a pack of werewolves and they must fight back to stay alive. This British gothic horror film is considered one of the best werewolf movies. And that is true because the execution of idea is brilliant. The werewolves in this film are very realistic and their behavior, their appearance is seeming to be realistic and alive. The cinematography, music and action is very much coherent with central theme of this movie. That's why if you really have to experience a werewolf horror, then this film is a good option. These factors play an important role to make this film a critical and commercial success. At number 4, we have Ginger Snaps.
Out by 16 or dead in the scene, but together forever.
Let's get out of here.
This Canadian horror film has everything to offer in this genre. Directed by John Fugate, this horror film tells the story of two sisters who are obsessed with death. The story takes a turn when Ginger, the older sister, becomes a werewolf and things got out of control. This movie is unique in various ways, like the concept of werewolf was implied on a teenage girl rather than a male. Moreover, the modern touch with teen emotions are involved in this film, and emotions of two young girls are mixed with a dark tale of werewolf transformation. Emily Perkins and Catherine Isabelle plays lead roles and their performance was incredible. This film was a critical and commercial hit and was praised for its theme, story and acting. Since release, it has created a cult following and sequels were made after its success.
Think you see werewolves a lot?
You're so dead.
At number 3, we have Wolf.
Wolf bit me. I don't think so, Will. You weren't there, Will. Mexican. Independence Day.
This werewolf movie is famous for many reasons and people still consider it a top-notch film of werewolf fiction. The first reason of its fame is a leading character which is played by none other than the legend and a master of aggression, Jack Nicholson. Alongside him, Mitchell Pfeiffer and James Spader are the supporting roles. The plot is based on a man who got bitten by a wolf and transformed into werewolf. The film follows the life of protagonist after he becomes a shape-shifting animal. The performance of Jack is phenomenal and he has full control of his character. Although film received some criticism for its European-like cinematography and pace of story, but it was a box office hit and generated a total profit of $131 million against a budget of $70 million.
You don't know I'm a good man.
What is there about a full moon?
At number 2, we got Brotherhood of the Wolf.
It was feared no mortal could ever free us from the sharp grip of the beast. At the darkest hour, The king sent 2 men.
When a gothic horror film is mixed with action and history, you can accept a great movie in every aspect. Directed by Christopher Gans and features Vincent Cassel and Monica Bellucci, this French period action horror film was released in 2001. At the time of its release, it was an instant hit. The story takes place in 18th century France, where a knight is sent to investigate a massacre done by a werewolf. The CGI and special effects used in this film are way ahead of its time. The action and performance of cast were also praised by critics. Due to such factors, this film was a box office success and earned $70 million against a budget of $29 million. At number 1, we have An American Werewolf in London.
Lovely stroll on the moors.
Gotta believe me, David.
Believe what? You're one of the undead, and I'm a werewolf.
The number 1 spot of today's countdown goes to this horror black comedy film. Released in 1981, this film was an international co-production and it was directed by John Landis. The film follows 2 American tourists, David and Jack, who were attacked by a werewolf in England. This movie is a unique blend of black comedy and horror. Many critics named it one of the best horror comedy of all times. The incredible direction of John, amazing effects and acting makes it a cult classic film. It earned many awards including an Oscar for Best Makeup. It was also a huge commercial hit and generated a net profit of $62 million with a budget of $5.8 million.
What did I do last night?
You don't remember?
That was today's countdown. We hope you guys like our list. Which movie should be on number 1? You can tell us in comments or you can make your own list and post it in comments for us. For more videos like this, do subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon.